welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thanks, Mark. Welcome to you to Twitch on behalf of Twitch.
Thank you, Slaney, and thank you, Twitch. And thank you, George Harrison. Cat content, he is assed out. Langston?
Check. He showed up early.
No,
He showed up
showed
early
right
for
on
this
time.
lovin'. Oh
I'm
yeah,
here. My
yeah.
camera was on the fritz. There we go. My camera's back. It was on
I
the
mean
fritz.
George Harrison.
Oh, yeah, right on time. As the Red Hot Chili Peppers would say, right on time. Langston.
Hey, Langston.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you.
To Art Smackdown. How have you been?
Good. Thank you for having me back. It's good to be back on the Art Smackdown. I had a great time last time, and I'm very excited to see what these incredible, intrepid artists are going to bring to my eyes this time. It's good to see you both. How are you all? How are you both doing?
Slaney.
Excellent. I'm doing excellent.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm also doing excellent. I went to Wisconsin over the weekend, which was a trip and a half because I mean it's just weird. It's just weird traveling like mass transit right now as like cases are going up and also like some people are getting more and more lax. Some people are like still really vigilant and like I don't know. And it's I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but like anyone that I've talked to who's like flown in the past like 2 or 3 weeks has had like serious like travel issues. Whether it's like delays or like planes getting canceled or whatever. And like every flight that I had over the past over this weekend was like either massively delayed or got completely canceled. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was hearing that for sure. And yet I still booked some flights last week.
Unbelievable. I'm staying away. I'm staying away from all international travel until I don't know when. Until I don't know. This is never going to be over.
Until the
So,
skies are clear.
I mean, listen, we're gonna have to have our own air travel. Just have hang gliders, just like because who can you trust, right?
You could do it. You have a
We
jetpack.
just have zip lines, jetpacks. You can't trust the American public to do. You can't trust anyone to have a jetpack. We'd all be just going into the woods. We'd all just be flying to trees and stuff.
Right? We'd be running cars over.
It'd be exciting. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that for free.
Yeah.
Isn't there that like jetpack guy who keeps like showing up on like radars and like that like or like flying next to airplanes? I don't know. I like vaguely saw a headline.
Airplanes?
I vaguely
Full
saw.
meal Superman flying up and like.
Yep.
Everything's okay. And then flying. I wish. That would terrify me.
Yeah.
Something wing indeed.
I wish I was more like educated on what the actual story was because I'd have more details. But like just like the image of a dude just like hovering up there, hovering up in the middle of the freaking atmosphere, jetpack.
Can't be legal though, right? Don't you have to have a some sort of plan?
No one's been thinking. No one's thought about anyone doing that to have a rule for it.
Right.
So now it's like
That's
it's
true.
illegal. It's like no one's ever had. We don't. There was no jetpack committee. There's no jetpack committee. So.
Yeah, if you get to it first.
Like, what if you walked in? Like, I would like a permit for this jetpack. Like,
sure.
What are they gonna do?
Sure. We don't have a test for it. Did you fly it here? Yeah, good enough for me.
Good luck.
Do a couple laps around the building. Do a couple laps around the building. Yeah, all right, you're good. I trust them.
100%. Well, we are here once again on another Monday night of Art Smackdown. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, Art Smackdown is a game show much like Nailed It, but with art. Here's how.
Hi, Squeakwatch.
Hey, Squeakwatch. Hey, you're back. I haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, Squeakwatch. Here's how we play. 3 artists enter the stream. We, in this case, Langston, will give them a challenge to complete in 20 minutes, the Masterpiece Challenge. Halfway through, we will make them compromise their vision. We will throw a wrench into what it is they were making, and then they have to either change something midstream or add something that were not expecting to. Then Then at the end, they will come back into the stream after completing their art, and Langston will decide who the best artist in the world is, and then that artist will come back next week to defend their title. Also, you in the chat, you can play too, and most of you do week to week. When we let you know what the art challenge is, play at home. Grab your pencils, grab your paints, and art along with us. And then at the end, you will have an opportunity to email your piece of art, your masterpiece, to fartsmackdown@gmail.com. That's fartsmackdown with an F, because Art Smackdown was already taken. So, with that, I think we should jump in. Oh, well, first, we will give you a 1-minute self-expression challenge. This is super low stakes, just to get the juices flowing, get you warmed up. You'll have 1 minute to complete the following challenge. Everyone, get ready. And Langston's first challenge, the 60-second self-expression challenge, is design a wrestling belt you would never want to win. Go.
Design a wrestling belt you would never want to win. That's
On brand.
Langston,
hilarious.
give us an idea of where this came from. Your love of wrestling, your history. Break it
I
down.
love wrestling. Anyone who knows me knows I love wrestling. And anyone who knows wrestling is an adult, knows that it is predetermined. I'm not giving anything away. So sometimes, when a performer, a superstar, a wrestler wins a belt, it's usually a belt that you want to own. You want to hold that belt. It's prestigious, like a WWE championship or an Intercontinental championship or something like that. But there's some championships that I think it'd be very funny if, hey, you don't want to win this. What would you, if you were in a match and you won it? And I just think that's fun because in wrestling, that could happen. You could have a championship that if somebody won it, it would be a detriment, and it's never happened before. So, not to my knowledge, at least. I don't think there's been a belt that intentionally was meant to be like a hindrance, it was meant to hold you back in some way.
Art supplies down. Time is up. While the submissions start to filter into fartsmackdown@gmail.com, Langston, is there what is that to you? Like what's an example of that? Like, what's a belt that you would fight for but you would never want to win?
To use, for the best example would be currently within WWE. There's what's known as the 24/7 championship, and on paper it sounds very, very funny. You can pin anybody for it at any time, but if you won that, that means that constantly, day and night, you are beset from all sides. And again, anyone can win it. It's not like you have to be a contracted superstar with World Wrestling Entertainment. In the rules of the championship are anyone can pin you. If any one of us had that 24/7 championship and one of us pinned the other, you would win it. And then you can't sleep, you can't hang out. This is all, of course, in kayfabe, but you wouldn't be able to sleep. So I wouldn't want to win that. I don't need a 24/7 burden of having to defend my title. I want it to be anytime, day or night. People have lost it in their sleep. That has happened.
Really?
In WWE, yeah. Someone has been sleeping and they called the ref over and they gently laid on press on top of them, and the ref's like 1, 2, 3, and they were like, "Give me the belt, please." Off we go. And the person woke up and was like, "What happened?" Again, when I explain it, it sounds a lot of fun. When you see it in practice, it's real goddamn dumb. In practice, it sounds fun. But then when you see the people they make do it, you're like, well, these are all talented people that could be doing something else with their time other than chasing each other around the backs of arenas and pinning each other to what I can only imagine are horrendously dirty floors.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Bare-backed too.
Sweaty.
You're sweating.
Yeah. Like a gym that has never been wiped down.
Mm-hmm. Everything's coming with you when you get up off the floor.
Well, let's take a look at some of these belts and introduce some of these contenders.
Let's do it.
So first up, we have that last week's audience champion, Philson Schmilson, Phil Cassell. Phil, welcome. How are you? How are you feeling?
What do you think they're talking about in New York City today? They're talking about the audience champion. They said it wasn't going to happen again. They were wrong. I don't know who they is or are, but they were wrong.
We were all wrong.
All right, Rick.
All right.
Yeah.
Woo!
World stank fist. Stank
All right.
fist.
So walk us through this, Phil.
All right, so that's a fist holding a turd, but squeezing it to the point of like explosion. So you see the fist with all the poop in it, and that's just, you know, the world stank fist wrestling champion. It's just like not.
World
Why would you
stank
want this for
fist.
yourself? Like, there's probably #1 contender matches where people are like, please don't, I don't want to pin you. Like they'll like lift up the person's shoulder because they don't want it.
Now, question: do you have to wrestle with a stank fist
Yes.
in the match? Do you
Yeah.
have to wrestle? Do both competitors need their fists to be properly bestanked?
Oh dear, what have we done?
Oh yeah. Well, no. All the hands have to be properly stank fisted, but also I feel like in the ring maybe there's a stank on a pole, or like in the corners and the corner turnbuckles maybe. Like you have
I love this, but I also hate.
Yeah.
You know,
Imagine
No,
this is
it's
awesome.
it's hard to stay classy with a World Stank Fist Championship belt. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes. Yeah, and Brian Knobbs is definitely the all-time legacy World Stinkfist champion. Langston knows, and that's fine.
I know Brian
Some
Knobbs is,
people
yes.
do. Yeah. So here it is. Sorry.
is the fist? Is there an extension of the thumb with this fist?
Yeah, it's the thumb is kind of on your screen left side. That's
Yeah.
Like the thumb is covered in poop right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, obscured. You know, because I figure you're holding it like you're holding a banana.
This is.
That's a miserable belt.
That
Yeah.
is
Also,
stressful.
the
This is-
side
that's a
plates are
stressful belt.
toilets.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Oh dear, what have we done?
Are they little gas toots?
Little gas toots.
This is the worst belt I've ever seen.
This is the worst thing I've ever done.
And that's only the first one. There's two more that can. There's more that can get worse.
They
You
could.
don't even know.
Oh man. Well, Phil, now that you've bestowed the worst belt on the planet, what is your what's your strategy, your strategery coming into this evening?
Honestly, my strategy is to just be open and to take inspiration from everyone around me, because there's the roster of Art Smackdown in the audience and on the show is unmatched on art shows. Like the conglomeration of talent is truly a spectacle. So I'm just happy to be here, guys.
Well, I am constantly, and I say this all the time, but I'm constantly blown away by like what people come up with and the level of art that people come up with in such a short period of time. But also, I mean, but since you're here, I'll talk about you. I feel like you like the type of art that you're submitting now versus like what you versus like you know, at the beginning of the show. It's nuts. I mean, like the Pulp Fiction thing, the Muppets in Pulp Fiction piece you sent last week was awesome. So I'm just like to see what you're continuing to do.
Well, cool. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's just I'm always taking inspiration from everybody else I'm competing with, because there's a lot of high minds in this field here.
That's
So,
for sure. Well, Phil, glad to have you back on the show, and we will check back with you in a bit.
All right.
And next we're gonna bring on the challenger, new to the show, Colorful Carl Clantis. How are you, sir?
First of all, I was on mute, I guess. So, yeah, I'm well. Doing okay. Fully spent about 45 seconds of that trying to get my pen calibrated in. And like, what am I doing?
Oh no, shit!
Oh no.
Like, that looks, it's over. Here's a dumb little belt real fast. Starting off with the absolute worst one.
Oh no, it's.
Hey, look, when you start at the bottom, the only place to go is up,
Is
right?
up.
So like, that was my
Wow.
strategy.
Wow.
Well,
Truth be told, I didn't even have an L on there until like I cheated. Like, I I barely got the shittiest amalgamated form of a belt together. I was like, oh, the stroke's too thick, and then, oh shit, this is a 1 minute challenge.
Well, yeah, but like
That is your belt then, right?
Yeah.
Is that the belt?
I just earned my belt.
but like
The loser belt.
that's why we have that's why we have the 60-second self-expression challenge. So like so you can like work out all the kinks,
Dude,
work,
yeah.
and then just nail it on the masterpiece.
Yeah, well,
This is
Crowbar.
also funny enough. If I won a match and someone handed me that, I go, "What have I won?" And they go, "This. What is it?" This and that. This is perfect for the self-expression. It's a belt that you would not want because it's like, does the L mean that you're a loser? Does the L stand?
Oh,
What does
yeah.
the L stand for? You don't know. I love the idea that a rep hands this to you and goes, "What does this mean?" And it goes, "It means you did it." What did I do? Get out of the ring. What is this?
What?
it is a
And you-
participation trophy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and that may well be the worst thing you could get. Like,
That's true.
Well,
You were in that match.
thanks
Yeah.
for being alive in
Right.
this thing. Like,
Right.
well, you were here.
you're not a corpse, and
Yeah.
you participated. Good job.
Right.
And this
we-
belongs to you.
Yeah, we thought about getting you a belt like for 20 seconds.
Right.
And that's why while we were making it, 20 seconds into making it, we were like, "What are we doing? What are we
Yeah.
doing? what are we doing here?"
It's giving me, I don't know why, I really want like a McDonald's, like a burger from it. I don't know why. I
Because
see
it's two
I
French
see a
fries
bag.
sewn together.
It does.
Is that what it like? I see a bag with like a Whopper
Are you,
container.
Oh wow, I
So-
totally see what you're saying.
Yeah. For some reason,
Yeah.
I also think I see because it almost looks prismatic. So I wanted it to be a very large, cumbersome gem. Like the belt itself is made of a flimsier
Ooh.
material, but the gem is like all the weight is in the center of this thing.
We only had enough money
You're
for
just
this
carrying
gem.
this gem. Yeah. we spent the
It
first 20
extends
seconds
out.
inlaying this son of a bitch, and then
This is perfectly like a description about art, right? Like I spent like no thought on this at all. There's been 10 times more energy about the thought that didn't fucking exist. Like
Well, even Audio Gabriel in the chat was like, looks like the most comfortable airline seat ever. You're inspiring all this imagery that you're just like, it's an L. That's it. Well, we were talking earlier before we got on the show about NFTs. You deal, or you're in the NFT world. Am I right?
a wee bit, yeah. I do have a couple NFTs for my little like passion project with my dad called Clienta Studios, which like I take all of his artwork post mortem, like he died 5 years ago, and I animate it and like draw on top of it and do cool shit with it, and then make little NFTs. And no one's bought any, so it's just there.
Oh, that's dope though. Because you've shown me a couple of pieces that they've done, and they're incredible. I don't know if you have any close by, but they're really dope.
The ceiling
Yes.
is
Whoa.
they're like gnarly. I have so many of them. I
Yeah.
put them on the freaking ceiling. And then those crazy faces in the back were all my dad's too. Like I have thousands of these, like thousands. And I was like, all right, well I can animate and I do digital art and I can draw a little. So I just started making them into things, and like it's really cool. It's really therapeutic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice way to honor him too.
Oh, it
Lovely.
feels so good. Yeah, for sure.
And you have this amazing YouTube channel called Colorful Carl.
Correct.
Yeah. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Yeah. So I I'm an entrepreneur my whole life, and like my wife's a biologist and studied wetland ecology and does all kinds of environmental stuff. So she kind of got me into this like adventuring and getting into nature more. And I was into it a lot as a kid, but long story short, like we grow most of our own food in the backyard. We got like an acre and a quarter. We like live in the middle of like suburbia, but we just got a big ass lot, and I just covered it in like everything you could think of. Like I've been growing tomatoes from seed for like 10 years. I grow like Native American corn. It's called glass gem corn. It's like covered in like every kind of color, pinks and purples and reds and blues on one corn kernel. So we grow that from seed every year, and sunflowers and blueberries. I mean, everything. So I talk about that stuff a bunch and show people like, hey, if you have a square of sunny spot, like, and you like food, you should grow something, like, because it's effortless. It's not hard, and it doesn't take a green. You don't even have to have any thumbs at all. You have literally no thumbs and still grow things.
Yeah.
So that's part of the message. Then I talk about like entrepreneurship and being creative and that kind of stuff, all kind of rolled into it. So.
Well, it's cool as shit. I'm about to drop it into the chat for people to check out. Because it's super well done, and it's also like super educational.
Thanks, man.
So check it out. But yeah, all right. Well, yeah. So, what is your strategy coming into tonight? How are you planning to take down the opposition?
Oh yeah. So what I started with just now was making sure that like the pen drew the shapes I wanted. So like I fully underestimated just the technical skills gap. Like, a pencil and a paper could have been like way more efficient, and I'm over here like, duh. But anyways, I think I got that in, and now I'm just gonna hope I have the spark of genius. We'll see what happens,
Well, hell yeah, dude! I'm excited to see what you do. So yeah, well, we'll see you in a bit.
Cool.
And now we're gonna bring on the best artist in the world, 2 weeks running, Kara Sketches. Hi, Kara.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Good to be here again.
Best.
Walk us through your belt.
Wow. Good grief.
Good grief.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't. No, you would
yeah.
not.
I feel like that was a belt.
I originally wanted the belt to say bitch because it's one of my favorite words, but I don't actually mind that as a title. So then I thought of the word slut, and like bedazzled and beautiful, like it's something to win, like a trophy. But then I wouldn't want that belt. It's not my favorite word, and
This belt
wouldn't
looks
wear
like I like the fact that in my mind immediately it looks like it goes from torso to about mid nose. Like
Yeah.
if this belt's on you, it's like a whole bunch. That strap goes
It's a
around your
corset.
entire rib cage. Yeah, exactly.
it's not subtle. No.
Exactly. And it's like it'll come off easily, as you can tell by the title of the. Oh, that's amazing. I love the glint. I love the glint to let you know this is also metal. Like I think it's like solid gold. I think you can't if this is on you, you probably won't leave the house.
Nope.
Oh God.
And just the little sparkle on the T is it's such a nice little detail.
Like a period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is a hot topic item.
That is
absolutely.
And it goes with
You can make $1
anything.
million going to Hot Topic
This
and go
goes with
this, and they go
anything.
like, "We sure would." Yes, they would. Absolutely.
Well, this is a statement. It's a mood. It's a vibe.
And it goes really well with like low-rise jeans, which in wrestling, I know that's like a big thing for women wrestlers, the low-rise pants.
Yep.
You got to show off that like cut, right? The cut.
The iliac
What is
crest, I
that?
believe it's called.
Yeah,
Iliac
you
crest.
know.
I was deep, and I was
You
like, there is a
know.
name for it. The iliac crest.
So Kara, you've bested the competition 2 weeks in a row. I think you were audience champion the week before that. What is your strategy? It seems to be working, and does it change every week?
It changes based on my mood, kind of. Like, I'm pretty relaxed today, so I'm just kind of here to have fun and maybe learn a thing or two from everyone.
Hell yeah! Well, that's that. I mean, that's as great of a strategy as I can come up with. Well, I can't wait to see what you come up with this evening. We will check back in with you in a little bit.
All right, thank you.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
God, the best artist in the world.
Right?
Woo.
2 times, dude. Two
Oh my
times
God.
running, not
I
just
got really
once.
nervous for
2
that one.
times.
I thought I was
being the best twice.
Right? I thought I was the only one sweating.
We're in the presence of greatness.
I can hear it from here, Mark. I can hear you sweating from here. It's an audible thing that you're
Right? It's like ping.
That's my biggest
Yeah.
problem. Like that's why I can't go to the gym anymore, because like the harder I go, it screams.
Oh,
Like it's
or libraries.
Yeah, right. It is the opposite of a superpower. Langston,
Amazing.
Yeah.
Are you ready for the masterpiece challenge? We ready to
I am ready
unleash?
for the. I am ready for
Can I
the
just say those
masterpiece
were all
challenge.
amazing. Those were really
Yeah,
fun.
those were all fantastic.
of
Those are
those.
all belts that nobody should want to win. and if you win it, you're lesser for it.
Yeah.
That's what you want. Each and every one of them. If you win that belt, not only are you a worse professional wrestler, you're probably just worse off. Period. Across
Yeah.
the board. So
Right. Does that
10
go
out
on
of
your
10.
Wikipedia?
Yeah, yeah, that's like the first thing that would go on your Wikipedia. It's like so and so, like it goes from so and so was born in, it goes so and a former slut champion so and so was born in, like that precedes everything else. Like we're us 2-time Stank Fist champion. Uh, and then I love like just the owner of quote unquote the belt.
24/7.
Everyone that's had this belt has died under mysterious circumstances. Usually in elevators. But who knows? Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm all those belts. I'm ready for the Masterpiece Challenge. I'm ready.
Before we get into that, Phil brought up in the chat to ask you about the Barclay Belt Riot story.
Is this? I can see Phil. Is that about the Universal Championship, the original? So I went to Barclays Center to watch WWE SummerSlam, their big summer event, and during that event, they were unveiling a new championship belt. And wrestling fans love championship belts. They're cool. They're like interesting. Like if you some of the best designed ones just look beautiful, just like beautiful ornate pieces of ridiculousness. And the belt was under like a little tarp, which automatically sets you up for failure. Just tell us just show people what it is. Because if at a live event with thousands of people in the room, if you show them something and they don't like it, you've given them license to boo and boo loudly during your live broadcast. So they revealed the all new Universal Championship, which was just at that time, still currently the WWE Championship, but just colored red. And I was in a room, and I've never been in a room like an old Roman Coliseum of seeing a sheet pulled back and thousands of people collectively go at the same time. We don't like that. also, boo. And you could see on the screen, because what the screen shows in the arena is what the broadcast is. Anytime they did not show the belt, people would cheer. The moment the belt came back on screen, boo.
Yes.
Off screen, yay. Back on screen, boo. They started chanting all types of things. Hey, we want a new belt. All types of wild things. And I was in this room and I was like, I was fascinated because I've never been in a room with so many people united in this. I mean, every color, creed, and frequency of human being was united in that one moment of like, we don't like how that championship belt looked. Boo! God, Confederate flag next to me. Yeah, not that one too. Boo! Like, just fucking, it was just like, I've never been in a room with everybody hating one thing so much. And then when we left, the human condition returned. But for that one brief moment, there was just, and it was also the fact that it was during like a live broadcast. We knew that someone somewhere backstage was like, what is this? This is going on
We've
so
lost
long.
control.
They're just booing. They're booing something. And the
They knew
fact
what they were
like,
doing.
"Hey, that."
I don't know if I ever did I ever show this to you, Langston?
Whoa.
Oh yes, you told me you had this. I love
Yes.
it. Oh,
Wow.
that's good stuff.
Yeah, we got it I got it at the Royal Rumble 2000.
That's a good one to go to.
You got to take that. What, you just carried that out of the garden?
Yeah, so if you're in like the first like 3 or 5 rows, where they set up these chairs, you can take the chair home because they assume that you've paid enough money to warrant taking a chair home.
Oh man, that's so dope.
But we only got it because a friend of mine's uncle was an usher at the Garden, so like it's a very long story, but they basically gave us these 2 random tickets just to like, because we were 16 years old. They were just like, just get out of here, kid. Just like take these seats, whatever. And we thought they were going to be like up in the upper decks. And they lead us all the way down to the front row where we're sitting next to Debbie Harry and the entirety of Blondie. And ex-basketball player Jason Williams, who I don't think is around anymore, like on Earth. Freddie Glassy Blassy's wife, who had like like rings on all of our fingers. Yeah, and we were just like, we were just front and center, and we got to take the chairs home.
For a
I don't know
ridiculous company,
why.
good.
Oh, I don't know why my brain just goes to, well, obviously it's like completely full of cocaine. Like the chair.
That's what
Have you
that's
ever
the real party
thought-
favor.
Have you ever thought of opening it up? And
Hey, little boys and girls, make sure you take a little butter knife to that chair you got for us. That's a surprise.
Hey, your dad's gonna know what to do with this.
Man,
What an oddly like sound and like sweet like gesture for an otherwise ridiculous company. Hey, you paid a lot of money. Take your chair with you.
take your chair
Like,
with you.
Right?
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to take a chair with me, but if a company said you can take that chair with you, I'll take it with me.
yeah.
I'll figure out how to get it home.
Right?
If you tell me I can get a free chair out of it. Okay.
It's a ticket and a chair then at that point.
Exactly.
Very true.
More bang for your buck.
Yeah, and
And potentially drugs. I don't know why. I feel like at one point
No,
the
it's
guard
one in
was
every
dishing
100.
out
One in
drugs
every 100
like
is filled with
underneath
cocaine.
the chair. Right? Yeah, like underneath the chair, they like just reach under. It's there. It comes with your
Everyone
ticket.
look under your chair. Some little kid like, I found a hole.
well, okay.
Sorry
We
to
talked-
talk about drugs.
We talked about drugs and wrestling for long enough.
Mhm.
Let's get this masterpiece challenge going.
Okay.
Right? Let's get into art.
Let's get into fucking art, man. All right, everyone. The masterpiece challenge. Get your art supplies ready, because here it is. The masterpiece challenge is draw or create a famous person, fictional or real, as a giant robot. Go.
Now, here's the thing. The robot, we need to see the robot is giant and is a robot. It does not have to be made up of smaller robots, but I will say I do love robots that are made up of smaller robots, as everyone should. So I think that's the key to a good. That's the criteria of this masterpiece challenge. It's very, very. near
there's a
and dear to my
crew.
heart.
There's a crew
Oh,
involved.
I hope so. It could be. It depends.
Yeah.
It depends.
It doesn't
on,
have to be, but if it did,
yeah,
it would be even more awesome.
it'd be great. I mean, it's great when you have to do that. But if it's listen, if it's one person controlling multiple, that's even crazy. Who knows? That's the reason why I love giant robots so much. Going back to, of course, like Power Rangers growing up. I thought
Of
the coolest
course.
thing. Every episode ends with he's right here all the time, or they're right here. The original Megazord.
Mhm.
5 robots that that cat was like Megazord. You
Yeah,
tell me it's a
Megazord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Ay, ay,
original
ay,
thing
ay.
going up.
Right,
5
they're tuned in.
robots that turn into one robot, and it's just the best. And of course,
How do you
all
feel
your
about the recent Transformer movies?
Transformers. Or
Pro-
Power Rangers?
yeah. I mean, Power
I mean, all of them ridiculous.
All of them.
They're all ridiculous. The newest Power Rangers movies was so. Again, it was one of those things. I always say like there's certain movies that feel like you can make. It was made. They were all made in like 2006, where like a bunch of people just throw a bunch of ideas at the wall. They look at one music video and they go, "That's what people think the real world is like," and it wasn't. And it was just didn't have the charm and goofiness of the original. Now the original Power Rangers movie, that from back in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
It's a mess, but that's it. That's what you. That's it. That's it. That's what's on
Is
the
it a
tin
cult?
is what you get.
Is it a cult classic now at this point? Would we call it a?
No,
No, it's not
ma-
cult. It's pretty mainstream.
Great. So it was.
Just
Haim Saban brought it to the States back in like the 90s and took the Super Sentai series and cut them up and made like American bumpers, and then they just dubbed over all the voices. But it was going on forever and ever through the 90s, and then Disney got a hold of it. It's one of the few properties that Disney bought, now no longer owns. There were like 3 seasons that were like all 3 or 4 seasons that were all Disney owned, and they lost it, and now I think it's on Nickelodeon. It's still going on, very much so, because now it's geared much more towards today's children instead of old fogies like me. So
Do I remember correctly?
doing very well.
Was your, because I remember when we made the logo for Nerds Under the Influence, your like in the logo, your sort of cartoon figure was a Power Ranger, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Which
It was
color?
the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
It was the Green Ranger. My favorite. I mean, many people's favorite Power Ranger. My favorite Power
Mine
Ranger.
too.
I mean,
Tommy.
it's over here. I have replica Dragon Dagger.
Oh,
'Cause
hell
you have
yeah.
To, if you're a
Damn.
Power Ranger fan, you have to have a replica Dragon Dagger. That's a working horn.
I
The
just like
difference.
hearing you say it.
What Dragon Dagger?
Dragon Dagger.
It's fun to say. Dragon Dagger is fun to say. It's even more
Yeah.
fun. It's a working horn. When I bought that lovely replica from Bandai, it comes with like a chart of what all the notes are to play like on the
Yes.
trumpet thing. So it's a very nice
yes.
collectible. It's not a toy. It's a
But that's not
collectible.
to scale, right? Like I remember it
It is.
being. Oh,
No,
I
this is
thought I
so this
remember
is
it
the
being like a giant sword
no. So this
or
it is. I
dagger.
mean, it is
Dagger.
not a dagger. It's like a short Roman. So it's not. This is not a dagger. But this is This is the 1-to-1. It's
When you're a
1-to-1.
dragon.
Yeah, I mean it lights up. This thing's ridiculous.
That's
So everyone
nuts.
out there, find the thing you love and find a way to own a piece of it in your home.
If
Batteries
you,
not included.
if you ever
If
get,
you could,
if you ever,
if you could find those little spaceship gimmicks and batteries not included, that would be an
Oh.
amazing to have in your home.
Oh yeah.
if you ever get a car, you should program the car horn to be that dagger.
I would kick my own ass. I would hit it once. I would calmly get out, go to the trunk, take out a brick, point at the nearest river, and be like, send it off, horn into the drink. And be like, I would then go on the news and be like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about my horn. I love Power Rangers.
I owe everybody an
Rig
it.
apology.
Rig it so that
Especially-
it's constantly going, even
that's
underwater.
the
It's
problem.
like a haunting,
Oh.
Then
a haunting
it really
sound
is.
through the
Then
forest.
it really is the Dragon Zord because Dragon Zord comes out of the water like Mechagodzilla. So then it would be very on point.
Right?
They frown upon that kind of thing, driving cars into. Despite what you've seen in The Crow, it's
What?
not easy to just take a car and just drive it into the.
I prefer
the
lakes
river.
that are just riddled with cars. Lakes, ponds, swamps.
Lots of
No, but
cars
I
in that
think-
lake.
I don't know. I think for me personally, I think the thing is, like back in the Green Ranger, like he had a giant. I mean, Mecha. It was basically Mechagodzilla. That was just there. Like if any of us had a giant robot, if any of us had a giant robot, any of you Rick and Morty fans probably know from last night's episode, if any of us had giant robots, irresponsibility immediately. You couldn't get me to go to work. I would
Right.
just be with my giant robot, me and my friends would just hang out with our giant robots and be like, let's see what they can do, I guess. So
Langston, when you think of a famous person, where does your mind go?
famous person. When I think famous person, I always think when I think famous person, I don't know why my brain just now went historical figure.
Mm.
Like when someone, because for me, like there's just someone who's a celebrity and there's someone who's famous. You know what I mean? Like a
Mhm.
celebrity is someone who is like, oh, they're meant to be like literally the celebrity, like fireworks. Yes, this person, a new movie, a new song, yes, that's great. Celebrity, yes, ooh, celebrity. Someone who's famous did something
Like
that echoes
transcends.
throughout time. like someone, because you're either famous or infamous, right? Like those
Right.
are the two. Like you
Yeah,
don't you can either
household
become
name.
yeah, exactly, like a household name. Like, but even a household name, I feel like has what like more of a positive connotation, or even more not even positive, like neutral. It's like we all know who Stephen Colbert is. You know what I mean? Like whether you like or dislike Stephen Colbert, we all know. But like he's famous.
He's reached it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean he's famous and he is a
He's
celebrity.
more than famous. He's infamous.
He's infamous. Infamous? Great. It's a guapo. He's just famous. Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I think. When I think famous, I think about someone, and I think, like you said, for me and everyone else, it has a different meaning, right? Like what famous is. And for me, famous is like you're either famous or you're infamous. Like people are famous for doing things, you know?
hmm
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like
You're
someone-
working with some famous uh, can we call them people? No, they're not people. Famous fictional characters this week. right?
I
At
did,
at
yeah.
Marvel.
Yeah. We have a very cool shoot that I'm doing for uh, for Marvel Entertainment, which is my main gig, which is doing on-camera hosting for Marvel Entertainment, Marvel.com, and their YouTube and all their online stuff. And yeah, so it is interesting that it's constant. It's a constant stream of justifying the relationships and abilities of people that do not exist, and like having to like come up with like ways to actively concretely justify why I say this person is more powerful, and knowing that it's full well my opinion to be roasted and served up to the internet. Um, but yeah, no, it's very very interesting that a lot of my time is spent with fictional characters. I'm
It's
that
awesome.
that have I mean, it's nice. It is nice.
Yeah. Is the show that you're doing, is it still Earth's Mightiest Show,
So
or
Earth's Mightiest Show. So Earth's Mightiest Show. So what we realized was Earth's Mightiest Show. We could reach. It could reach more people if we just broaden the horizon. So Earth's Mightiest Show is kind of like phased away, and now it's kind of just like we just want to be just like Marvel Entertainment. We have Marvel Questions and the other shows that are coming up, and like just kind of like be a much more broad kind of like gateway to people to learn about the characters and storylines and things that they're seeing in shows and films. So it's a nice way to kind of be like sometimes the ambassador to help people go, oh, here's what this thing is, this thing that you saw, here's
here's
what
here's
it, here's where it came from,
here's the
so to speak.
context. Here's what it is.
Exactly, yeah.
Well,
But it's nice.
well, now's the perfect time to compromise your art.
Compromise. I love, what a great word.
Here's
Dun
the
dun dun.
here's the wheel, the glorious wheel of compromise,
Mhm.
and here's the spin.
Where's the Wheel of Compromise
Spin it to
T-shirt?
compromise
I want the
it.
Wheel of Compromise
Oh
T-shirt.
my god, we need to make a T-shirt. And make it cyberpunk.
Oh, now listen.
Wow.
This is my one of my favorite genres of anything ever. Cyberpunk, not Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, man, break it down.
God damn it. But no, Cyberpunk anything. I love rainy streets with people with cyborg appendages. I love going into bars that are all lit by neon and everybody knows not to fuck with Jackie behind the bar, who has just a bunch of lenses for eyes, and like that's what I'm all about. That so Blade Runner is one of my, if not my favorite film. Like Cyberpunk is like the thing.
I was
Best.
There is so much character in that world.
Oh man,
You
yeah.
know.
I was looking up like I also like you, Langston, have to like either talk to or talk about fictional characters and try to find ways to like bring context for movies or shows that are coming out to people who might not know about it for our audience at Mashable. And I was creating this game where I had to it was for a movie that's coming out. I forget what it was, but it's something that is like, it's sci-fi.
Mhm.
Essentially, like, like name that sci-fi movie is like the game that I was trying to create. And I was looking up, I was like, what is considered the best sci-fi movie of all time? And Blade Runner on multiple lists was number one.
Wow.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it is because I think it's because you can draw the thread back to wherever you are, right? Even then, even now, you watch that movie, that looks not all that dissimilar from a rainy time in before Times Square. That many people, that condensed together, but still that uniqueness and also that kind of idea that this is how it is, right? Like in Blade Runner, everyone's getting around because that's just how you get around. You shuffle through the masses until you get to where you got to get to.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's timeless because anyone who lives in a big city or has visited a big city knows what that looks like, and especially any city now with all like the LED screens, and you get onto like 34th Street. I always look up and I'm like, this is Blade Runner.
Yeah, this is the future.
Yeah, Times Square is just like when it's 10 degrees warmer there than like a block away because of all the screens. It's nuts.
If you
Does that make it fiction then, though?
it makes it
No, no.
science.
More?
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I mean,
Right?
it's crazy to think that like when you're walking down in the winter, like I've
Mhm.
like I've been freezing my ass off like one or two avenues over, and then I'm walking
Mhm.
through Times Square to get to like a rehearsal or something, and I'm like, I need to take. Like, I'm like sweating. Like I need to take this. Like
Mhm.
my sweat is screaming again, and then I mean it's
That many people.
It's for other people's benefit, really, for me to take off
Mhm.
the jacket.
Because they don't need to hear your screaming sweat.
Yeah, right.
Would you like to see some of the
Oh, yeah.
audience submissions for the worst belt in the world?
I would love to see some audience submissions for the worst belt in the world, the belt that you would not want to win. Yes, let's see.
Right?
it.
So-
What to put the Langston belt on?
I know.
Whoa!
Oh, wow. That's a rough bit of business. Musk Bowl champion. The Musk Bowl.
Best
Jesus.
rocket rider.
Good Lord.
That's a dick and balls.
Wow.
I mean, and it's sharp on the top, too. Like, that's.
Oh yeah,
that was-
that will cut a bitch.
I've watched enough Forged in Fire to know that kind of little divot, that'll do a lot of damage to some. The hair being on the bottom, I don't like. And again, doesn't this belt look like it covers? This belt, I think, goes up and covers your entire face.
Oh, absolutely. That belt goes from 6 to midnight.
Oh,
What if it is it worn on the back, maybe? And it's a rocket? It's actually a rocket.
You just want your jetpack. You just got
yeah,
jetpack. Maybe.
yeah.
It may be that you're propelled by the hairs. Oh, good
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Yeah,
those
they're
hairs
like
become like
springs.
propellers.
And also
Oh.
the Musk Bowl. Musk Bowl. So now, is that the event? Can we get an answer? Is the Musk Bowl the event? Or oh God, don't enter the Musk Bowl. You don't want to win the
No.
God, the Musk Bowl champion.
Oh.
That is delightfully awful. That's from Audio Gabriel. If I hadn't mentioned that before.
Just yeah,
a Musk bowl.
yes, good. The Musk Bowl. I
Mhm.
mean,
Sponsored by
best of luck to you.
Elon.
Best of luck in the Musk Bowl.
A scent casserole.
You win a big old.
Oh, Elon Musk bowl. I get it. Oh,
wispy-
okay. I was thinking like a
the
musk.
wispy-
Like, yeah,
the
the-
scent of a man.
Like the scent coming from his undercarriage.
Oh, is that
This is
Stank.
This
Another
is-
stank.
another stank.
that a
This is from
ball sack with 3 balls in it?
this is
That
from
is beautiful.
this is from Frank and Babe.
Frank and Babe.
Oh, that is lovely. That's like an engagement ring.
It is nice, but it's
Oh,
stank.
it's
It's so stank.
she just wrote the foulest, most flatulent, the stank belt.
The flowers, yeah.
Oh, I see the
Yeah.
cloud.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
yeah.
I thought,
it's
yeah.
less of a
the
cloud and more of a-
stank. Oh no! I also like the jagged. It's stank, stank. Yeah, that is right. It's all caps. You can't say it
Yeah, just like
stank.
Stank. It's got what's that called? Like a diphthong in it. Stank.
Stank. Yeah. It's like off center. It looks like it would be. It looks like, you know what? It looks like it's too big for anyone to wear.
Yeah.
And see,
Like,
I'm
it's
seeing
so-
it as like a ring, like a
You want
like
to ring
a-
like it's just like you the stank champion. You just have it down here.
yeah, like a football
Smell the ring.
Super Bowl ring or something.
Smell the ring. I like that. I
Right?
like smell the ring. But you don't want it.
It's a snuff
You
box.
don't want it. You don't want to be the stank champion. You don't want to be stank.
I don't know.
Okay, I love seeing the ooh.
This one's from this one is from Feral HW. Let's see. There's a caption with it. Will fight in the exploding barbed wire death match. Will also finish the whole pizza.
Oh God, I love that. Also, didn't finish the whole pizza. Oh my goodness, that's true.
Because
So-
yeah,
See you later,
I wouldn't want to
Anxious
win
Spider-Man.
that. I'd want to win it.
Anxious Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man's
Oh,
out.
see ya.
Deep breaths when you're swinging around, please.
But yeah. This is from Feral. This one was Feral HW.
Oh yeah. No, we want to eat the whole pizza,
do.
so I wouldn't want this belt,
Mm-hmm.
right?
I like. See, this is really going. Speaking to the core, it's like you know you want to eat the whole pizza.
Oh, yeah.
You know you
It's
want to eat the whole
also
pizza. You know you
it's
want to
also
eat the
like
whole
You
in a
pizza.
shouldn't,
disco.
but you know you
You
want to.
shouldn't, but you know you want to. How can you resist? How could who? Most people can't resist eating a whole pizza.
Mm-mm.
Right?
Most people can't
No.
resist eating.
If you
Most
put it
people
in front
can't
of me,
resist.
I will eat until I will vomit before I like put it away at my like
Hmm.
with my own
Oh, here we go.
volition.
And yet I
Oh,
always want to have
world's
leftovers, so
world's
really just endless pizza.
ugliest.
Aw,
Oh yeah, that is not one that I would want to win.
sorry.
This is a yeah, this is
Heartbreak
squeak
too, with the
watch.
broken
Oof.
heart.
Sorry.
Just
Hey, at
ugh.
least there's only 3 holes, you know? If it was like, well, I guess, damn. Oh, yeah, I don't know how to justify
I
that.
mean, maybe that might be a metaphor
The
for
widest.
there's no. I imagine like all the pegs are off by enough that you can't go into any of them.
Yeah,
Just
Like they're
yeah.
offset. They're offset by one, so where the hole should be is right in between where the
where
holes are. There's no match. World's ugliest. There's no match. It will never fit. There's no fit for you.
I guess I don't want to imply that like a wide waist belt would be ugly. That doesn't seem fair. You know what I mean? So I'm
It
not
looks.
saying that.
30
It looks
seconds,
like you
artists.
can't put it on.
All right, we got 2 more belts to go through. This one is from Lazy Swan.
Oh.
Muffin
Oh, this.
I don't
top of
know.
tops.
Oh.
See, this is what I'm saying. I would feel really bad giving someone these like that belt. You know what I mean? Like
and
how awful.
and the
Oh,
belt only helps exemplify why you own the belt.
Right. Oh, time's up. Art supplies down, everybody. Art
Ooh.
supplies down. Please, everyone, send your masterpieces to fartsmackdown@gmail.com.
Excited.
But yeah, this one works on many levels. The muffin top of tops. That is.
yeah. The crotch
Definitely.
region is really drawing my eye, though.
Oh, absolutely.
Gotta say.
It's a deep V. There's a lot going on. Also, definitely sweatpants.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
definitely sweatpants for
You
sure.
can see the thickness of the fabric.
Well, are they coming up all the way to the waist? We just can't see the waist, so it's like
I think the
there's
belt's
extra
pulling all the
plumage.
fabric in.
Mhm.
I think the belt when
Yeah.
you put that belt on, it's tightening everything up. It's pulling everything
Yeah.
up and in.
Oh,
Good heavens!
here's the last one before we get into
roll.
masterpieces. This is from Crowbot.
There's always a poop king. Poop king.
He wrote. I probably would want this.
Oh, see.
Yeah. Look, if everybody poops and you are the king of pooping, like that's actually a huge honor.
This is tough. This is a tough one. This is interesting. Would you want the poop king championship?
Probably not.
Would you want it? Would you want? I mean, you wouldn't want it.
I mean, who am I kidding? I would proudly hang that on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that I do take pride in is my poops. That and parallel parking because I'm a middle-aged dad.
Can you do it at the same time?
Poop and parallel park.
If there was a car
It's
event
come
that could do
close.
so.
It's come close.
Oh yeah.
Without-
sometimes you
Right
gotta
when
go
you're in
like,
a hurry.
As much as I tried to fight it, it's come close a couple of times.
And you're like, we've had a couple of listen. You've almost invented that by accident.
Right?
Right, you used it. You just used it for the parallel parking performance.
Yeah, I use it to focus.
Yeah.
Oh man, these are okay. I think we are ready for
This is gonna be big. This is gonna be big.
for these masterpieces. All right.
These are hilarious. Oh my god.
All right.
I
So
love
these belts.
Great job in these belts, everyone. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
these are awesome.
Yeah, when in doubt,
you so
belt
much.
it.
All right. First, I'm going to bring on this week's challenger, Colorful Carl. I don't know why it's hard for me to say that. I think I just nailed it.
All right.
Colorful Carl. Carl, where are you? There you are.
Oh wow.
So this is pretty
Wait a
dope.
minute.
Oh. Is
Yeah.
that the Rock?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson. 2000
Yeah.
WWE.
Oscar nominee.
Is
So
he?
we have the cyberpunk Dwayne the Rock Johnson with a Kano eye that I did before you said change it to cyberpunk. I was like,
Oh, hell yeah!
I'm already in
Kano
it.
Eye is dope.
And then we got
Kano
like the
Eye is
fucking
dope.
veins. I don't know. And then this little spark. I just like you guys said famous person. I just googled famous person. And I went through the list like no. Ooh, The Rock. Let's do The Rock. And I found a cool picture and I just started going for it. So
It's awesome.
I don't
I
know.
like that. I like
Thank
that.
you.
And
Does he have a vest on?
What was that?
What is he wearing? He looks like he has a vest, like a
Is it
shirt
It's a
underneath.
tank
Tank
top.
top?
But
Nice.
yeah, it could easily be a vest. He's so big you can't see anything behind him. He's just
I know, you
you
really
only have an
can't.
upward sky.
That's true. You can't. I mean, it could be whatever. You'd have to be on a mountain range far away to get the whole full
Yeah.
picture. I love the Kano Eye. The Kano Eye is amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
There's nothing for scale comparison, not because I totally forgot about the giant part of the prompt, just for the record.
He is a giant robot. I mean, The Rock is giant. The Rock to a normal human being that is a giant. He's a giant robot.
I don't think there's a small version of The Rock. I think he
There
qualifies
isn't.
as giant just through interpretation of the human being,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The moment
I
you
feel
pick
like
The
when
Rock,
we-
that justifies giant. Yeah.
When we first saw it, it was like a little. There were some sides to it, and I'm thinking this is the last image I see alive. You know, you're like looking up, and you're about to die. He's gonna step on you or something.
With the energy building in the middle, like
Oh,
whatever's about to
yeah.
happen, once that reaches fruition, I think that's going to be one of those
Yeah.
Flash skeleton gimmicks.
Yeah, it's just you're on your back.
Guys,
looking
I'm
up.
having so much fun. This is ridiculous. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dude. This is great.
Oh, this is what I need in my life. A little just random art ridiculousness.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, it's
Cheers to that.
just some low stakes art competition.
Big robot arm. I love the big robot arm.
Oh yeah.
Segmented too. You can see the forearm, bicep, and
You gotta
shoulders
have
of all
the
different pieces.
articulation,
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
Yeah. Also, his muscles are up to his neck. They are
Just like in real life.
Just like in real life.
Yeah.
His
like they
traps
cover his
are-
Yeah.
collarbone.
It's like you
That's
hit the
just-
rock
yeah.
in the neck with a bat and the bat breaks. Like it's
Oh yeah.
And your wrists.
Yeah.
It goes all the way up.
and then your face in like a blue spark apparently. So.
Is it
Then you
also
check your
just
bank-
like
then
a-
you check your bank account and it's empty. What have I done?
You just got hacked and your asshole at the same time. Stole all your crypto with like a little. You thought cold storage was safe.
He punched me so hard I became broke.
Ruined my life. Ruined my life when I hit the rock.
Oh man,
Rock bottom.
Carl, this is awesome. Well, we're gonna cycle the other two contestants in, and then we'll bring you all back, and Langston, and we'll talk more about it. So see you in a bit. All right, next we are bringing back on the audience champion from last week, Philson Schmilson. Phil, welcome back. Welcome back. So here is your masterpiece.
Oh.
So,
Oh, very good.
Whoa.
so the thing has a caption. and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like-
Do you want to read it?
Yeah, you can read it. You read it.
Let's go. All right. Eastbound 2047. Earth 2047. Celebrities rebuilt to rebel against the TikTok Disney regime. Who better to do Who better to do it with a smile than Burt Reynolds and the robot head of Dom DeLuise?
Burt Reynolds and the robot head of Dom DeLuise. So it's a bunch of small robots that come together to make a big robot, but one of those robots has the head of Dom DeLuise.
Yeah, and it's just he just floats around and goes. Then he finally lands on Burt Reynolds' fist. That's when he can shoot the lasers.
He's
It's like
so is
cringe. You know,
so is
he-
Dom DeLuise a weapon that the giant Burt Reynolds summons? That it's like we need help. Dom DeLuise, Dom Palm, give me my Dom Palm. Wow, wow, yeah.
And he.
I love Dom on the
It-
forehead.
Yeah.
I love
It
Dom.
is so Burt Reynolds. When I saw it, I was like, wait a second. Like,
Yeah,
would the only person who would be able to take him down is like Sally Field as the Flying Nun or something?
Yeah, I didn't have time, but I really wanted to draw her as like with like pterodactyl wings.
oh, nice.
Flying nun. I wanted to go for. I just ran out of time because I was like, how do I make him more robot?
It's the left. So we have someone. Audio Gabriel. Love the cigar burning left arm. That is a cigar. Yes.
I
That's
mean,
great.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sure.
cigar. That's a. Yep, and somehow this robot that is connected to its chest chews gum. Its head is its jaw is still chewing
Perpetually
gum.
chewing gum.
Yeah, just like moving its jaw around.
I do love the idea. Also, you see the boxiness of it. So there's a face painted on the front. And on
Yeah.
the side, there are ears and the continuation of the hair. So I imagine on the back, there's just like the continuation all the way around. And that the hat is square too. Yeah, we can see it's made with different robots. It's made with there's a lot of different pieces. And Dom
Yeah.
DeLuise's head.
Yeah, I forgot to show, and this is like a British Bake Off thing. Right? I forgot to add the thing that would have helped explain it better. The feet have the Bandit and Smokey. So one foot's the van and the other foot's the Bandit. But I wasn't thinking when I pasted this onto another thing. So
It's no problem. But the effort is there and the thought is there. That's the main thing. And that's really the main thing. I think for me, funny enough, the thing that makes a giant robot, one of the things that makes a giant robot is not the arms, but it is the feet, using the Megazord as an example. The arms, whatever. But you can tell that the feet, one is a saber-toothed tiger and one is a triceratops. So I think having the feet be distinctly like these are two different things to make feet, that's smart. So I like that. I like the thought of, and Smokey and the Bandit. It's a Burt Reynolds bot.
But also, aesthetically, with shoes as feet, it's just because of Power Rangers, the way that they stay on the ground while like the ankles sort of tilt upwards. They, like, rise. It's it was very aesthetically pleasing as a kid.
Good, yes, it is. I like that.
It's also very marketable. Like, you could have this figurine.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. Yeah.
I also like the scouter on one eye.
Yeah, it was cyberpunk. I'll give you this.
Always, yeah. There's always a single lens over one eye to give you stats.
That's the
surroundings.
Nice.
To give you stats
like,
and
like
info.
a font that's maybe Japanese or maybe like Star Wars space font, where it's like you don't know what the font is. It's future font.
But we understand it.
Yeah,
of course.
Because the world has evolved to understand such a language, which I hope we get to eventually. There's just one unified,
he does look like
vague language. He does resemble
He
Mr.
looks
Peanut.
exactly like Mr. Peanut.
He does. I think that's what the designers are going for. It's like, what? Burt Reynolds, but not as abrasive. What's that? Mr. Peanut.
Mr. Peanut is a robot as well.
Sure is.
It's
a much nicer chassis.
Well, Phil, this is phenomenal. We are going to bring on the best artists in the world, and then we'll bring it back on in a second.
Okay.
Once again, the best artists in the world. Kara Sketches.
Best in the world.
Woo! Give it up! 2 weeks running. Oh my
I don't know
goodness.
if I live up to it this week, but we'll see.
No, we'll see.
I don't know. It's pretty awesome.
Top hat.
Get in.
Oh.
Look at these eyes. That's amazing.
That's so awesome. Oh yeah, break it down for us, Kara.
It's just that giant robot from that movie when I was a kid. What's the robot called?
The Iron Giant.
Iron Giant.
Yeah, I just pictured him immediately. I love that giant. He's so sweet. And so then you were talking about like a famous person being like a historical figure, not like someone that's like currently famous right now. So I thought Abe Lincoln as the Iron Giant, and then Iron Man in the background to show scale.
That's that's the whole thing. Iron Man flying up, the motion.
That is very symbolic. You know what I mean? If you know the Iron Giant,
yeah.
At one point in Abe Lincoln's life, he kind of had that for America. You know what I mean?
And he was very tall.
Am I reading too far into it?
Big human robot.
No, this is good.
The big flood lamp eyes are what are so like, and of course in the Iron Giant, like that's what's so expressive. Like that's the main thing. It's like it's all this gray with these big expressive foggy flood lamp eyes. Which I love. Also, I just love the fact that he's crouching, being very I imagine it's nighttime and doesn't want to make a lot of noise, and it's like you can't go outside, dude.
He's just chilling in Times Square.
Well, I wanted to see what the neighborhood.
Cyberpunk future.
I
Cyberpunk
wanted to see what the
alleyways.
neighborhood looked like. Oh my goodness, that's great.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'd like to tell you a story, Iron Man.
Yeah.
Go home. Go home. Go home, Iron Man.
Get at it. It's like a fly just buzzing around.
I'm surrounded by theaters. Ah, I love it. Ah, theaters. No,
Oh
like,
no, that's
no,
a good point.
No, Iron Lincoln, you can't fit inside theaters. See, this is the whole thing, because now I just want a whole. I mean, there is nothing stopping Iron Man from interacting with said Iron Abe.
Iron
I
Abe.
mean, the hat. I mean, we saw the thing, Iron Abe, and the hat. The hat. I imagine also the hat is not iron. It is a fully large, fat, like hat that can fall off.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
The haberdashery was a warehouse.
You want me to make what? What?
A
No,
haberdashery?
what?
Haberdasher.
Yeah.
Haberdashery, yeah. We rented this stadium for you to make this hat, and these
Yeah.
people. Oh my goodness. Yeah,
Fantastic.
I'm glad you
that
like
is
it.
so good. That is amazing.
All right, so we are going to bring everyone back on, and Langston, this is your opportunity to ask any questions, any follow-up that you may have, or if you already know who your winner is, then we can just jump right to that. But yeah,
Oh man, can we get all three up at the same
yeah,
time?
absolutely.
I want to see who this, because now in my mind they all exist in the same universe, which is great.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I love giant robots because because they're so implausible. Like it wouldn't make any situation better. Building a giant, I have Gundam Wing on in the background right now. Giant robots don't make any situation better. If you had to fight a giant monster, you don't make another giant monster to punch said giant other. Like it's like saying, let's make a giant bar fight in the middle of our city, and that'll solve it. Oh my goodness, these are all just so good, so good. Phil, the Burt Reynolds bot. Who are the pilots of the Burt Reynolds bot? Who do you think they are?
That's a great question.
Oh, it's got to be like a few comics and like Conan O'Brien leading it.
It's Conan O'Brien.
That like commission throws money at it. Like
Mhm.
it would be like the Conan O'Brien team. It'd be Matt
Yeah.
Gorley, Sona, his.
Everybody knows I love giant robots, so I've built a giant robot in the form of Burt Reynolds.
Yeah. Andy Richter would be.
It's a great impression.
Yeah. It would be like just that whole thing. Why not?
It'd be him, Will Ferrell, Paul Rudd.
Bill Hader. I think I'll take
no,
Bill
my,
Hader.
oh my God, Kate McKinnon.
Yeah. Bill Burr would be able to. He'd play the Sally Fields bird. Like
God.
I'm in fucking Sally Fields.
Oh God, I love it.
But then Bill Hader on it, because then he wouldn't stop giggling when he has to give a command. Like it would just be because he's just got that high pitch. He can't operate as a human in front of Conan.
Imagine the meeting that culminates in them going, Burt Reynolds. We'll make it look like Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Imagine who they skip over before they go, oh, Burt Reynolds. Oh, well, I guess it's the best choice for everyone.
Yeah. I just
Oh my God.
We made this different. So I mean, don't add these points. This is just we're just
Carl, I want to know, does this giant rock still make movies, or has he just moved on to professionally fucking shit up?
So I think there's a tiny Conor McGregor that like controls his hand, so he can actually win fights now while he's And that's where I'm going with that. Had I thought about this a little more, or known cyber, like I totally should have went for Conor McGregor with just like a metal leg, like
that is it.
So we're
That
gonna
is what
put
he would
him in
do.
he's like that little Men in Black alien that's like inside of the brain of that guy. Like
That'd be
it's about the
incredible.
right
Yeah.
size difference too, because that's how Connor thinks he is like The Rock, but he's like $1.7.
That would be an incredibly grim if he just hollowed out the rock and like made like a cockpit and was like, that's the tragic tale of Dwayne Johnson is that he was annexed. He was by this evil man and just made into a giant robot. And then in the third act, he remembers who he is and then grabs Connor and says, "Is cooking." And the castle collapses on itself. And then everything goes up in flames. And then like he puts the thumb up out of the lava. I love it. Oh my
So
goodness.
then he still does act though, so that's good.
He still does that. He still does that.
Yeah.
All right. So, Kara, I want to know this Abraham. What does this Abraham? I mean, what does he do besides being great and being giant? Does this have like the mind of like the old Abraham Lincoln? It's like, oh, I'm a giant robot now, or is it just a robot made to look like Abraham Lincoln?
I pictured him as Abe Lincoln in the body of a giant robot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
I picture him like looking for criminals or something. I don't know. Fighting crime.
I love that. It's like, well, what can I do? Oh, I mean, some people fight crime. I'll do that. No, Mr. President, I'll fight crime. Ka-stomp, ka-stomp, ka-stomp.
No.
Does he know what crimes are now? He might just start picking people up. It's like, no crossing the street after 3 p.m.
Yeah, he might just be a nuisance.
Right? I also love the beard. I was going to say, so I love the idea that the hat is a real hat. Is the beard real hair, or is it just like giant, like steel wool, like wrapped over itself?
I guess it could just be real hair and just more nasty than that.
We need a couple of thousand people to donate their hair. For what?
It's
You
natural.
wouldn't believe me if I told you. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, and you wouldn't vote for me either. So
Your hair keeps growing when you're dead, so
is it really Abe?
it
That's
could
where
actually
his,
be Abe
Oh,
Lincoln's
could
beard.
that's where his spirit was, and they put it on the robot, and it grows like vines, and that's where his consciousness is. Like that's
Yeah,
what.
he's literally rooted in this robot.
I like this. Oh man, the mythos. I would watch seasons upon seasons of shows, animated shows, about any of these robots.
Can I say it looks kind of like they're all in one thing together? Like
It is,
It
yeah.
looks like,
Yeah,
It
it
looks
does.
like
It does kind of look like they're on
Abe's
the
taking a
same
break.
world.
and then Dwayne's pulled a bulletin or a neon board off the Times Square, and then fucking Burt Reynolds just plucks Dwayne's head off, but it's dumb. But
I like it.
Dwayne.
Hell yes, the Art Smackdown
Yeah,
cinematic
it loo-
universe.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It looks like Burt Reynolds is the first model of what the Iron Abe becomes, and then that rock bot is the thing that Abe has to fight. Because I'd watch giant robot Abraham Lincoln fight a robot rock being piloted by a tiny Conor McGregor, who has a robot leg, who has and only a robot leg. Rest of them just him. But that one leg, and not even the leg that got fucked up, the other one just in case.
Is Dwayne?
We need.
Is The Rock
We
a
need some
good?
shirts that say.
Is The Rock a good?
Oh man, that's awesome.
Is he a good trash talker like Connor?
He's one of the best of all time.
Oh, okay. I don't know
Smackdown.
why I
The
always thought
man,
he was just
the man
seemed very
coined the
sweet.
term Smackdown. It is now in the dictionary. It was not a real word.
Lay the
until
smack down.
The Rock
Wow.
said, "Lay the smacketh down, lay the smack down on your candy ass," and it became like people underestimate how bonkers it is that The Rock is one of the most famous people on the planet. Any wrestling fan goes, you don't understand some of the things I've seen this man say on national television. That if you go on Peacock right now, you could hear him saying some outrageous shit, and you're just like, yeah, go see Jungle Cruise. Go see Jungle
Right?
Cruise in theaters.
He's gonna win an Oscar, and then he's gonna be Oscar award winning
He's going
Dwayne
to.
The Rock
He's going
Johnson.
to.
Oscar
It's only a
winner
matter of time.
Dwayne.
He should have
The
gotten it for
Rock
Tooth Fairy
Johnson.
just for putting his name on that
For
mess.
sure. Oh my god.
All right,
Tooth
so I gotta
Fairy.
pick a winner. I
Yeah.
gotta pick a winner. This is
Before you do,
okay. Yes.
this can sway you or not, but the audience polled at Kara 50% has 50% of the vote. Philson has 30% of the vote. Carl has 20. But as we've seen in recent weeks, that can mean everything or it can mean nothing to you. So, go with your gut.
So here's what I will say here before I give a final one. Each of these, first of all, are amazing because each of them speak to the same thing, giant robots, and each of them has something that I love. Bertrand is a bunch of robots that come together to make a giant robot and the head of Dom DeLuise. Also, is that his organically dead head that they just made larger to fit on a robot hand, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. My love of wrestling and The Rock and Conor McGregor breaking his own leg and perfectly getting his leg checked. That was fantastic to watch. And that they're all cyberpunk, and again, and the Rock and the KNY, and I love anything that powers up just by screaming and punching its own hands. And the Iron Giant, just like Iron Abe with a lovely cameo from Iron Man, who would build this in an afternoon. He'd be walking in his house and go, "Oh, you know what I could build? Hey, you know what I could build?" And it was like, "Yeah." It's like, and he goes, "Give me 2 hours."
Oh no, he'd do it for Art Smackdown.
He would do it for Art Smackdown. He'd be like, "Go outside." It's like, is that a robot? No, that is actually Abraham Lincoln.
This is my self-expression challenge.
Yes. That beard contains his soul. All right. Oh God. Okay, it is. It's a tough decision. But oh man, yeah. I mean, it's tough, but I gotta go with the one that ignites my imagination as giant robots do, and say, I guess, congratulations to a 3-time best artist in the world, Kara Sketches. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
I gotta say, yeah.
3-peat Kara Sketches.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah.
Incredible feat. I mean, this is incredible piece of art.
I'm really glad you like it.
They're all great. I mean, yes. Oh man.
Yeah. I actually, all of these are absolute shirt
Of course.
worthy.
Yes.
I'm gonna be actually reaching out to all of you guys to see if you guys want to.
Hoodie worthy. I would want all of these on a shirt.
Yeah.
I want all 3 of these on a shirt, just in different squares, like because they all have such distinct. They all have such distinct styles, and I love all of just the robotness of all of them. So they're all amazing. So thank you all for all of your submissions. Oh my goodness.
These are incredible.
So
Kara Sketches,
Wow.
congratulations once again. You'll be
you.
back with us next Monday. Carl, Phil, I'm sure you will. Carl, please continue to tune in and submit from the audience. In the meantime, if you guys would be cool to stick around, we're going to bring on all the audience submissions and ask you guys what you guys think as we go through them. But yeah, we're gonna dive into those right now. First, we have Squeak Watch.
Squeak Watch.
Can I just say, I think Conor McGregor must have fractured his leg when he kicked his opponent in the little challenge, face meet up before the do you think
The face off.
the face off? Yeah, he kicked him, right? And I'm like, okay, that's the leg, and he did that damage, and it's karma, baby.
Oh, I love it. It actually is.
Oh my god, Attack of the
Attack of the
Giant.
Giant, Mark Zuckerberg.
Incel freak D-bag.
I love
Is
it.
it Squeak Watch?
That's Squeak Watch, yeah.
That's so great.
I love that it's just a giant toy robot. It's just like that. Even that couldn't be. That couldn't even be innovative. Just like giant, wind and massive too.
Data coolest
The
Ray?
data collect Ray is overpowered.
Oh, Data Collect Ray.
The
Oh my gosh,
massively
that's
OP.
funny.
Massively OP.
Wow, that's amazing.
I love that attack. I also love it looks like the cover of like an old novel.
Yeah.
Like an old like sci-fi serial novel.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it totally does.
Attack
hell
of
yeah,
the
Squeak
giant
Watch.
Mark Zuckerberg. Incel freak D-bag.
It's a radio show.
Meanwhile, across town, the mayor decides what to do with their giant incel D-bag. Oh, here we go.
This is Feral.
I see a head. I
Feral
see a head in the
HW.
tank.
That's keeping
Underwater?
Oh.
This is it's okay, so here's the caption. It's Katy Perry as a giant robot because she's an MK Ultra robot in real life and can often be seen glitching out. She's got that weird plastic tube hair that goth kids wear and her head's in a jar. Her shoulders are Roombas and her arms are toasters because we stan a meta robot. She's wearing those horrible fruit-scented shoes she made and Left Shark is there.
And Left Shark is in the and Left Shark is there.
Love Shark, thank God.
I do like that it's Roombas, toasters, and pincers. Also, again,
That's
I
so
love the
funny.
idea there's organic elements, which means they had to make a giant Katy Perry head, or the tank itself magnifies the image, thus making her look giant.
And I
Well,
think-
yeah, it's also outside of the tank. It must be. Is it a protective shield in front
think
of
so.
the mask itself?
And the shark is like the two young ladies like with Mothra, I imagine. Left Shark is the one that's like controlling and like giving this thing this monstrosity, this automaton orders.
And I think that example is right. I think all of the appendages are marked as right. As opposed to
Is
Left
it
Shark.
Roomba? I thought it was for the Roomba.
Oh, right. That is for the room. Okay, yes, that makes more sense for the Roomba. That's awesome.
I like that she's only right arm.
But
She's only right arm.
She could also be on the right. She is right.
Left
She
Shark
does
is a
right
sweeter, more
by
innocent time. It
humans.
was a sweeter, more innocent time.
This is from Audio Gabriel.
I like it.
And drunk on power from his recent win at the WWW Slut Smackdown, giant horny Megatron takes it out on the town. Bad night for Tiny Roomba.
I like how you just went with a famous fictional giant robot being like, "Oh God, he won the slut
Oh
championship."
fuck, you're ugly.
What do you say? Whoa! Whoa! Jeez! Good Lord! And
Emily.
Megatron. Oh, and if you ever heard Megatron's voice, like if you like that,
Yeah,
it's like,
that's what-
"Oh fuck your ugly cousin." It sounds God. It's like he has a very rare. Frank Welker does that. Mega horny Megatron.
Oh,
What saying shit is that?
That's a
just-
Roomba. That's the tiny Roomba.
Oh, that's a Roomba. Okay, I say bad night for Roomba.
Yeah.
Got like kind of Mobius-esque vibes somehow. Like
Oh my goodness! I
I
like
love the
jet-
big foot. I love the huge foot. It's so
the
funny.
perspective coming down the
Yeah,
street.
yeah.
I love the Oh, that's such a horrible
also
thing.
Heavily influenced
To
by
read.
the best artist in the world.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Just have to say that.
That slut championship. I love that
So
Megatron was
good.
like, "I'll win it," and I love it.
I will wear this proudly.
I sucked every Deceptive dick for miles. Damn it!
Deceptive
Whoa! Whoa!
You know what they say about robots and big feet.
Oh,
You're right, bad
oh,
example.
Incense and peppermint.
Whoa.
Anything for a second? Can we just all stare at this for just a little bit?
Wow. Yeah,
shooting
photosensitivity
out of its
warning.
tits?
Seriously. This is from Lazy Swan, cyber singer
Yes.
with laser eye guy friends. She's stuck at her mom's, so only had pencil this week and her trusty apps.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Are there 3 robots? And then
Probably what you
cars
see-
for feet? Cars for feet.
It's probably what you see when you look at this robot. It's like
Wait, who
beautiful.
did this?
Lazy Swan?
Lazy Swan.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing like 3 faces. There's a robot on top.
Right.
There's a robot singing, and then there's a robot on the chest with like laser eyes. And then maybe car feet?
I like this.
Are there
I
also
like
2
that.
separate eyes in the knee joints?
Yeah, I like this a great deal.
Yeah.
Who knows what puts this to? I like this.
That is.
It seems
splendid.
like I feel like this is what people think happens in New York, like at 3:00 every morning. People who have never been to New York, they think that like a giant robot comes through, singing, and everyone's like, it's like they're weird liberal paradise. Yes, it is. We have a giant singing robot singing sweet tunes every night.
This is drag bingo.
Yes. And we go outside, and you wouldn't believe the colors we see. You wouldn't believe the colors we see.
Yes.
That's phenomenal.
I do love this. The ray guns, and their eyes.
I am just
I
entranced.
like how it makes
It's
me
like a
feel like
never.
I'm gonna fall over.
It's like a party, but also could be like a cyberpunk attack on the city.
That's the thing, right? That could be how they get us, how the general robots get us.
Right? Disco, baby.
Singing sweet tunes.
Eye, knees, and boobs shooting lasers is what it is.
That's what I like. The eye knees. That is so trippy.
I need you stick.
That's so cool.
Oh,
What is
And then-
this?
You know what this is.
Yay!
All right, this is from Crowbot.
Oh, baby.
Look at these.
Yay! Oh, it deserves it.
It's
It
Wicket
deserves
that
a
one.
robot.
It's Wicket that one famous Ewok.
Oh, and these little
The
stormtrooper
one
dudes
thing.
are shooting like, what are we gonna do? Oh, the satellite dishes for ears.
Does he also have a Kano eye? Is that what that is?
It looks like a single eye that rotates around, like left to right, like that. Like
He does. Doesn't he have like one eye that's like really, like bugging? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Those stormtroopers look.
the
Those
state
stormtroopers
TV
look
movies.
so
That one
funny.
Ewok.
Yeah. The
I
quality
love-
control on those eyes is not very good in the TV movies.
Those stormtroopers. Can you zoom in on the stormtroopers? Like those stormtroopers are fucked. One of them seems to have fallen over. The one in the front is like falling back.
Yeah.
Doing like on the ground, like, what do we do? What do you mean we're gonna move you to? And
They're like
he
melting.
can't be- and he can't be bothered. The robot's like, oh, I can't.
It's climate change. Climate change got to the
Yeah,
stormtroopers.
I just can't
And these-
even.
Oh god, it's just a blob of white shit. That's what they are, man. So I
The
love
Ewok,
stormtroopers
they
because
deserve
they're
a
so
huge
average.
robot. They deserve a
do.
huge robot. Like they've been shit on by huge robots. They need one.
Oh man.
I'm surprised. I mean, they could take all the remains of all the ATSTs and all the stuff that's there and build a giant robot that looks like an Ewok.
Yeah. I love the little hinge knees. That's fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
very cute.
Yeah,
Very
yeah, I
cute.
like
It's
that.
very like Tin Man vibes
Mm-hmm.
from The Wizard of Oz. And then also with like the Emerald City in the background. What is that?
Also, I would also love if it's made of wood.
Oh yeah.
Giant made of wood.
City? Oh.
It's in the shape of something super futuristic, but all it is
Yeah.
a big clump of wood.
This thing's made of wood. But it still moves perfectly. Oh Jesus! That's why the soldiers are freaked out. They thought it was wood, and they're like, "Bah, it's not real." Holy Jesus!
Its
It
defense
is very quiet.
splinters.
Endorian
gives you
engineers aren't the
huge
most
They
splinters.
intelligent.
are no. But listen, it looks like an oboe. It probably
It
is an
does.
oboe.
It probably is an oboe.
I love that.
It's so great. All right, a couple more. This is from Hello Zombie.
I love these giant robots.
Zombie.
Hello, zombie.
Uh
Zombie.
Oh boy.
oh.
That's what.
Oh my
knew
god,
it.
yes.
Yeah, I
Oh,
saw those
it's-
whiskeys.
Oh, okay. Hello Kitty.
With the money in the chest.
Cyberpunk giant
Wow.
robot. Yeah, that's all the caption says. But yeah, this is certainly Hello Kitty vibes.
Oh, I love this. I like the subtle threat of holding a car.
Yeah. Not like they just got caught holding the car. Like they're gonna
Right, yeah.
Whoop, I'll just put this down.
Oh, it's so good.
No malice. No malice. But just I got a car. And it was in the ground. Now it's not. I could throw it. I could put it back down, but I could also throw it.
I love all the detail in the bow.
Yeah.
It really is like having a toddler robot.
Yeah. Put
No
that
mount.
down, please.
Put it
Yeah,
down.
just-
Put it down. No, not in the lake. Not in the lake. Not in the. It's that. I need you to watch the car, Kitty.
This is a real
Dunks it in the Hudson River, not the.
No, God.
I
Cost
didn't
me
try.
another car.
That's. Yeah, can you give me another? Everyone, clear out.
But there's money.
But there's
She's got
money.
money.
There's always.
She's
Yeah.
She's got bills.
Or
on
is
the
that
screen.
how the kitty expresses itself? Like it just like the screen is what it's like. Here's how I feel, like happy face, smiley face. Right now, it's like if you want your car back, give me $45,000.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, it communicates through symbols.
Right?
yeah.
Thanks for the raid, Tracy. Is bad. Thanks so much.
I love
What's
the bleepy eyes. That's really
Mhm.
cool. Really cool.
Yeah.
The like
Oh,
chip.
yeah, I just noticed
on
that. Yeah,
Yeah. The chip on the beret.
amazing. These are all very good, famous giant robots. Oh, God,
She's
just
very
holding
pretty,
it.
and it's watercolor. Lovely.
It was. It is.
All right, we got two more to show you guys.
I thought it was it not Furby? Who's that Mario character
Yoshi?
at first? No, the like
Jigglypuff?
yeah,
Oh.
Jigglypuff.
Jiggly, that's
When it was on
Jigglypuff.
its side, I was thinking that's what was coming up.
Kirby.
Ooh.
Kirby.
what do we got
Thank
here?
you.
Kirby.
This is from Frankenbabe. Sharebot X900 tweeting her life to the masses below. She hovers over cities like an Eva Angel, but only poses gloriously like the Metropolis robot.
Oh.
I like this.
Imagine an incredible smoggy neon cityscape beneath her eternal form.
This is glorious.
Oh,
very
this is-
Kate Blanchett.
Oh
and
yeah.
Cher is like 1,000 years old. She still knows she's hot as fuck. Got that look on her face.
Yeah. Very content, self-satisfied.
I can
sure.
see the Neil Blomkamp like panning shot from the distance of the neon thing, and just like what blocks out the sun is this robot coming across the horizon. The low hum of the engines, and then after believe in love after love on the wind. She looks very sharp.
She is beautiful. This was definitely like made for her. Like
Oh,
she
mhm.
didn't have anything to do with commissioning this piece. Like
Oh.
it was a surprise, and they were
Do
all
you
like,
think
"Cher,
that
this
she's
is for you
watching
now."
from the visor? Is she watching from like where right above the nose?
Oh,
is that like
yeah.
a giant window that she's just
She's a
standing? There's a giant
She's
party
got a
up
desk
there.
in the back. Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
party. Oh yeah, party room.
Desk. She never sits.
She doesn't need a desk.
Mm-mm.
Got a, a chair like the emperor, but it's like
It's a desk, but behind it just a bunch of pillows and surfaces.
Oh my
that are
god, there's
not
just
pillows.
a bunch of like gypsies, tramps, and thieves in the robot party.
People doing ribbon stuff. Yeah. People on ribbons, and it's the robot you want to be in.
Yeah.
The thing basically drives itself. It probably will be in her next live show. Like, all we do goes out. The tweets are already preloaded, so really, it's just
All right, here's
It's
the
awesome.
last one. This is from Bad Example.
Sharebot.
This is gonna be some VR madness.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-oh.
Take us to the digital realm. Ooh, get in. We got a Green Range.
Green Ranger
Mm-hmm.
whoa.
with a dragon dagger.
2077. Oh, that's amazing.
That neon is so cool.
2077. Now, that's this corporate synergy, brother. Corporate synergy.
Whoa!
Oh, but who's the robot? It's getting bigger. Who's the robot? Whoa!
Oh my god! Oh
my god! That's
Whoa!
incredible. That exists.
I
bet
Wow.
dollars to donuts that this absolutely exists. Yes. Yes, you yeah, do. Average 2077.
Oh man, yeah.
Playing on the arm, and then we pull out now streaming on Disney Plus, and then it's like bend the knee to your mouse-eared overlord.
Wow.
Jesus
Smokes.
Christ.
The cinematography was fantastic.
Mhm.
with this, like,
Yeah.
Right?
Great
reveal
reveal.
Yeah.
after reveal, like it was
Mhm.
deep.
Bad example. Out.
Wow, what a dance.
yourself. Jesus.
Oh gosh, the scale too, right? Of like,
Hell
and that's cool because that is how the Green Ranger would always be on top of the Dragon Zord.
Yeah.
Oh, and listen, I'm telling you, that exists. If things get too outrageous at Disney World, someone hits a button, and out from the ground will come a giant robot. I mean, that's only gonna find what the disturbance is and remove it from the park.
Yeah.
If you get too loud, you start running. You point with one finger. That comes out of one of the courts.
Point
It
with
actually
one
has
finger.
Walt's frozen head running it in
Sorry.
the top of the machine.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
But he still.
I love the hand.
It still sounds like Mickey Mouse though. Like,
Absolutely.
It's very
As you
tinny,
said.
like
Yeah, it sounds like it's coming out of an old VCR. Oh god, they haven't updated the sound equipment since like the 70s.
but it echoes like Godzilla's roar, like it resonates
Yeah,
throughout the city from afar.
and you can buy one in the gift shop. They have little toys of it, and it's like, is this real? Oh, if you ever see it, you don't want to. But buy it, $39.95.
Those all get
Or,
activated when the big one comes out, and they like swarm with it. It's a
Yeah.
little mini army.
And then
Oh,
you
yeah.
just hear
The gift shop just
shock,
comes alive.
and a shock from the ocean,
my.
and then Goofy rises up.
It's definitely goofy.
And the pincers are so rough because they're not fingers. They're things that look like they can rotate.
They're like,
And like
claws.
they're like the claws. Yeah, that I'm saying they
Uh-huh.
remove people from the park. You're being a disturbance, and then it picks you up, and it picks up, and it doesn't place you anywhere. It whips you back home. Like it goes in the direction of your home, and it goes that way. Hope you make it. It's just skin, muscle, bone. That's it. And it's like, please enjoy your rest of the time at Disney parks, and then it goes back into the Epcot dome. That's that.
It was built
Oh,
to
that's
take
so
out
good.
all of the like Power Rangers fans that
Mhm.
don't want to see it on Disney,
Oh
who
yeah.
are
Mhm.
protesting, and they just like,
When you cancel
Grab
Disney
Mama.
Plus, if you try to cancel Disney Plus, a countdown starts, and then
Yeah.
this thing starts coming up, and it's like, are you sure you want to cancel your subscription? I mean, because this thing knows where you live because we have your address, because we have your credit card information.
yeah.
So unless you want Mickeytron to come bebopping in by your neighborhood, then that's right. Yes, $9.99.
He's
Mickey-
the final boss fight before the vault.
Oh yeah. Oh
In the
yeah.
vault, you gotta fight Walt Disney's head, but he's like the creature guarding the vault.
That is so great. These are all.
He's
so
also
These are
really
incredible.
punk with those like wedge heels. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna
good.
say.
Mhm.
So these are all of them.
Taking parts, so.
Kara, Carl, and Phil. We're gonna go
Mhm.
to you guys. You know, whichever ones are either your favorite or jump out to you. I guess top three or whatever. However you wanna approach it, and then after that, we will take this offline. Langston will let me know his top 5, and we will announce that tomorrow on Instagram. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Carl, Kara, Phil, any thoughts?
The last one was amazing. Like it was just there's too much amazingness packed into it. That's my favorite one for sure. You said I got to pick 3. I missed.
Oh no!
one,
Yeah. No, I mean, if you have 3, great. If there's just one that you're just like, yep, that's the one.
yeah, I got to go with that one, and then the Ewok, and then Cher.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Kara.
All right. I like bad examples because it honestly terrified me, but it's also it feels like the closest to reality or possibly the future that we have coming for us. Um, and then Lazy Swan because I would want to go to that party. And I like how Langston said, I've never been to New York, but I like how you said everyone pictures that being New York. I think more accurately, it's Portland because I swear I've seen that in Portland. And not only that, but the skyline looks like Portland. So I just loved everything about it. And then the Hello Kitty one because I immediately pictured like an actual cat the size of a monster or like a giant robot just squatting like AC giant AC units off of buildings. Like what happens, you know? Those are my top three.
Amazing. Phil?
I think I this was amazing. I feel okay. Bad example. This one I feel like is understood the assignment to a great degree. It's terrifying. Um, it's got all these really uncomfortable pieces a part of it, but also some very aesthetically pleasing robot elements, and it looks like something I would hang out with all of these robots, except for Mickey Mouse. I don't fuck with Mickey, and so I would give him the top spot, and then followed by Lazy Swan, followed by it's a tie between Crowbot and Frankenbabe.
Okay. Well, Slaney,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on this on these fantastic pieces of art?
I love the robot that Lazy Swan has created. I can't remember what the celebrity was or the famous person was. Was there
In which one?
for Lazy Swan?
Oh,
But I just love it. I it's beautiful. It's mesmerizing.
gorgeous,
I am
yeah.
just totally blown away by it. And then the VR Mickey, that is a terrifying robot for me as well. Phil, I don't mess with Mickey either. And honestly, I think Hello Kitty wins it for me because Hello Kitty could take down Godzilla.
Yeah, easily. There ain't no kaiju like a Hello Kitty kaiju. I guess that at this point concludes the show for the evening. Langston.
What about you, Mark?
Oh, me?
Yeah, Mark, what do you think,
Oh
man?
my
Yeah.
God.
Mark, come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Yeah, Mark.
I want to know.
Oh, yeah. I agree with all of you. I feel like Lazy Swans is absolutely mesmerizing. I haven't seen a piece of art on Art Smackdown yet that's quite like it. I mean, bad examples. I mean, it just gets so much better and better at like adding these like incredible details to the VR and like the reveal, just the from start to finish, the entire arc of that. Like there's a story in this piece that is incredible. Yeah, and then the Ewok just nails it. I love Cher. I also love Audio Gabriel's oh fuck your ugly cousin. The Megatron.
Pat.
Mitch made me laugh so hard. And Squeak watches Mark Zuckerberg. I just feel like Mark Zuckerberg would create a Megatron-esque robot of himself. I think it's and yeah, and Hello Kitty's just absolutely gorgeous. And then I mean for HW with the shark with left. Yeah. So I'd say for me the top three are Bad Example, Hello Kitty, and Lazy Swan. I think. But yeah. I mean, the all of these are shirt worthy. Anyone who and anyone who wants to like touch theirs up and then resend it to me. I will pop it out and put it onto Redbubble as a T-shirt because these all belong on T-shirts in my opinion.
If there's a way to get Redbubble to print the the iridescent quality of Lazy Swans,
the hologram thing?
the hologram, like a hologram rectangle.
Yeah.
Holy crap, that'd be amazing.
These are nuts. These are nuts.
On like a black T-shirt. Oh man,
Oh yeah.
the design.
It would basically become like
She's
a
in
blacklight poster
fashion.
as a T-shirt.
Lazy Swan.
Yeah.
Enough LED lights, you can make it happen in real life and really,
Yeah.
really take
Hello
turn
Kitty
some.
shirt on like that type of like egg yolk, not egg yolk, wait, like off mother of pearl white.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, like cardstocky.
So cool.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we will. Oh, there will be a Casual Thursday on Thursday, so that's where we will unveil this week's audience champion. Also, it's Micah's birthday tomorrow, so if anyone wants to
Aw.
send Micah a card, I would say send it through to fartsmackdown@gmail.com with "Happy Birthday, Micah" in the subject, or tag him and us on Instagram. But yeah, I think Micah. It'd be cool to hear from some of the community for Micah's birthday.
Yeah.
Aw, happy birthday, Micah. Should we sing him? Will he watch if we sing him a song?
I don't know if he's watching right now.
If you watch later, Micah, I tried to get them to sing for
She
you.
did. And yeah, in the meantime, thank you everybody. Thank you, Carl, Phil, Kara, for competing this evening, and we will see you next week with Kara sketches as the best artist. Before we go, let's see who is our
Reigning
judge for next week.
champion.
So I do know who that. Oh, I don't know the judges for next week. That's TBD. All right. Who should we raid this evening? Anyone have any raid suggestions? If not, we will say doodles and peace out.
Doodles.
All right, everybody. Peace out, everybody. Doodles. See you on
Bye-bye.
Thursday at 8 o'clock
everyone.
Eastern Standard Time. Peace.